So we have completed up to applications of Python. So let me quickly revise what we have studied till now. So first we have seen what we learn in the course, and next we have seen the course outcomes, the things which can be done by you after completing this course. So next we have discussed what is programming. A programming language is a computer language that is used by the developers, right? So there are many kind of programming languages such as C, C++, Python, Java, and many other programming languages are available, right? So, and why this programming language is used? Programming language is used to create many websites and mobile applications and web applications and etc. Okay, so we have seen this one, and we have seen types of programming languages. That is low level programming language, and in that one machine language, and another one is assembly language, and we have seen high level programming language, and we have seen the types, that is procedure oriented and object oriented. We have seen what are these two, and Python comes under object oriented programming language, right? And we have seen medium level programming language. And one thing we discussed is a thing called compiler or interpreter is used to convert the written code from higher level language to low level language, right? So in Python we will be using interpreter. Interpreter is nothing but converting line by line. Okay, so line by line the code will be converted into high level language into low level language. Okay, so we have seen this one, and we have seen the mostly used programming languages. Those are Python, Java, and many other languages listed here, right? So now let us see what is Python programming. We have seen what is Python programming. So Python is interpreter based language, and it is interactive. Python is object oriented language, and Python is beginners friendly language. Okay, since it is very easy to learn. And we have seen applications of Python. Python is used in artificial intelligence and machine learning. It is also used in all these things: data visualization, web development, game development, okay, and language development. That is nothing but NLP, natural language processing. Okay, so next thing is object-oriented programming. So let us see what are the concepts of object-oriented programming. Okay, so as seen here in Python, object-oriented programming is a programming paradigm that is used objects and classes in programming. Okay, so in since the Python is object-oriented programming language, we will be using objects and classes in this programming. Okay, so it aims to implement real world entities like inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and etc. in the program. So we'll be seeing what are those things right now. Okay, so the main concept of OOPS is to bind the data and functions that work on together as a single unit. Okay, so let us see what is the thing. So first let us see about class and object. Class is nothing but it is a collection of objects, or it is also known as a blueprint of the code. Okay, so a class contains a blueprint or the prototype from which the object are being created. Okay, so it is a logical entity that contains some attributes and methods. Methods is nothing but function. Okay, so let's see what is an object now. Almost everything in Python is an object with its properties and methods. So let us see what is the real life example of classes and objects. So let us take an example of a car. So car contains many attributes and methods. So what does the car contain? It contains the steering wheel, it contains the accelerator, it contains the number plate, and etc. Right? So now let us see what is an object. Object is a instance of a class, right? So object can be a particular thing. We can take an example of a car name. So let us say car1. So car1 has all the attributes which are present in class. So car1 is an object. Car1 can be any car. So let us assume we take a car A. Okay, A car contains everything, the attributes and methods present in class. So it is an object. I hope you guys got it. So what is a class and what is an object? Object is nothing but it is an instance of a class, and almost everything in Python is an object. Okay, so now let us see what is inheritance. Inheritance is the capability of one class to derive or inherit the properties from another class. So basically what is inheritance is, for example, if we create 2 or more classes, so if we derive the properties of first class into the second class, so it is known as inheritance. Inheritance is nothing but deriving the properties of first class or into the another class. Not only 2 classes, we can derive many classes using inheritance, right? So let us see what the statement given here. The class that derives properties is called the derived class or base class, and the class from which the properties are being derived called base class or parent class. Okay, so what is the thing saying is, so for example, we are having two classes, class A and class B. So for example, we have written some methods and attributes in class A. Okay, so now let us create a class B now, and we are trying to inherit class A into class B. So here the class A is known as parent class. Why it is known as parent class? Because the properties of that class is being inherited into the class B. Okay, so class B is known as child class or derived class. Okay, so I hope you guys got it. What is the difference between parent class and a child class or a derived class? Okay, so next thing is polymorphism. So we will be seeing the inheritance, polymorphism, and many other concepts in the separate chapters. These will be having separate chapters, so no need to worry about these things as of now, because we will be learning many new things. Inheritance carries a separate chapter, classes and objects contains a separate topic, and polymorphism we will be discussing also. Okay, so polymorphism is nothing but having many forms. Okay, so this is polymorphism, and let us see encapsulation. Encapsulation is one of the fundamental concepts of object-oriented programming. Okay, so the main thing is private variables, public variables, and protected variables are present in OOP language. Not only in Python, OOP is used in Java and C++ as well, right? So there are these three, and it describes the idea of wrapping data and methods that work on data within one unit. So for example, there is a class A. Okay, class A, and we are creating a public variable. For example, public variable is nothing but that can be used throughout the class. I know you guys are finding difficulty to try to understand this point which I'm making right now, because you guys don't know what are the class and objects. But trust me, we'll be learning this very deeply once we start the class and object topics. I'm teaching the uh, OPP basic concepts right now. Okay, no need to worry if you guys are not getting it. Okay, so let us see the example. So we have created a class A, and let me take a public variables. Public variables are nothing but that can be used throughout the code. For example, if we create class B, we can also use the inside there. Okay, so for example, now we create a private variable. Private variable is nothing but it is accessible only in the class in which we create. Okay, so we cannot use them outside the class. Okay, so this is basically what is encapsulation. So this puts restrictions on accessing variables and methods directly and can prevent the accidental modification of data. Okay, so for example, we're having a bank data. So we are having some confidential information. Our idea is not to make anyone modify the changes very easily. So we need to create private variables in the class. Okay, so private variables is not easy to change directly because we need to follow proper syntax and to modify the private variables. Okay, so this is nothing but encapsulation. And let us see advantages of Python being an object-oriented programming language. We already know the Python is an object-oriented programming language, right? So next, let's see the 3 points listed here. Development and maintenance of Python code is easier than procedural programming. So I would say object-oriented programming is little easier than structure or procedural programming language, and it is easy to write the Python codes. I have shown you the first program, how to write hello world in Python. It's just one line, right? Just write print and open the brackets and put apostrophes and write anything you want that will be printed on the output window, right? So it is very easy. Python can easily solve the real world programs as it does not work step by step instructions, right? So Python can be used to solve real world problems such as artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? So machine learning is used to predict the uh, future things based on the data which we provide, right? So that is machine learning. Artificial intelligence, it is also excellent tool right now which is working on Python, right? So data in Python codes are secure due to its special feature of data hiding, right? So we will be using many types of access modifiers, that is nothing but private, public. So data in Python codes are secure. Okay, so now let us go next. Applications of object-oriented programming. So we have seen the applications of Python in the previous slides. So now let us see what is the application of object-oriented programming. Client-server systems, object-oriented databases, real-time system design, simulation and modeling system, neural networking and parallel programming, office automation system. These are many applications of object-oriented programming. You guys need not to remember all these things. So just for information purpose, we have included this one. Okay, so now let us see the difference between different programming languages. So why we are learning Python? Why what is the special use of Python? Let's see now. So let us see what is the C++ language. C++ has an object-oriented structure which is used in large projects. Right, program can collaborate one program into different parts, or even one individual work on each part of the program. Okay, so in C++, the program can be divided and it can be worked differently. Okay, so it is used for large projects. So C++ is extremely fast. If you guys want to develop a game or anything like that, I would recommend C++ or C# language. That would be very fast. And next thing is Java language. Java language is a multi-platform language that's particularly helpful in networking. In networking, Java language is very useful. And Java is also used for Android application development and web development as well. Okay, so it is similar to C++ and C in syntax as well. So now let us see C language. C language is a basic programming language. It's very popular language and it is one of the oldest programming language as well. And C language includes the additional packaging of C++. Every programmer uses this language. It makes program faster, right? So I have seen you C++ is extremely fast compared to all the programming languages. However, the value of this language gives the reusability of C++ to get the slight increase in performance of C language. C language and C++ syntaxes is almost same. Okay, so if you guys know what is C and C++, I hope you guys find the similarity between the languages. It is very similar, right? So now let us see. I have some more things as well. So let us see. So I have given a table here, the difference between popular programming languages. So let us see first C, there are 5 things here: C, C++, Java, Python, and Smalltalk. Okay, so first let us see cross-platform. So good support, better support, and better support is nothing but the developer support, right? So these things carry a better support, that is Java and Python, because they will be releasing new versions every now and now. Okay, so recently Python released 3.10.0 version, right? So Java is running on 17th version right now. Java JDK version is running on 17, right? So let us see what is the difficulty level. Simple and concise. C is very little difficult. C++ is difficult. Java is difficult as well. Python and Smalltalk are easy. Reusability. Reusability is nothing but the functions, method, and classes, right? So C does not have any kind of classes. So it is little, better, good, and good. Okay. Consistent functional constructs. Less, better, good, and good. Okay, object oriented. C does not support object oriented programming, since so it is having no, and remaining all the 4 subject object oriented programming. Okay, so next, popularity. So C is very popular, Java is very popular as well, C++ is also popular, but Python is not so popular, but it is increasing in the recent times. Okay, so next, uses. Let us see the use of C. The use of C: application system, general purpose, low level operations. Okay, and C++ application systems, and Java application business, client side, general, mobile development, and mobile development, server side, and web development. Okay, so these are the uses of Java. Now let us see the uses of Python: application, general uses, web, scripting, artificial intelligence, scientific computing, machine learning, and language processing. These are the various uses of Python. Okay, so next, functional constructs. There are no functional constructs in C, and these are 4 present in this another language. So let's see whether the languages are procedural or not. C is a procedural language, yes. C++, Java, and all other 2. Okay, so there are many other things here which are not so necessary. If you guys want to go through the slide, just go through it. Okay, so we have given the many differences between different programming languages. So now let us see the another one. So let us see the merits of OOP language. OPP languages are Java, C++, Python, and some other languages, right? So elimination of redundant code through inheritance, right? So I have told you what is inheritance. Deriving the properties of one class to another class is known as inheritance, right? So we need not to repeat the code once again. If you have written the code in uh, class A, so you can use the similar code in class B as well, right? So that is the main advantage. So we need not to write any extra code. Okay, higher productivity and reduced development due to reusability of existing modules. There is a uh, large modules are available in Python, the inbuilt functions, and we can use them uh, in to create many large projects as well, right? So there is a large modules available in Python. These are not available in C++, Java, and C. They are available, but in a limited, right? Python, there is a large collection. And secure programs, as data cannot be modified or accessed by any code outside the class, right? So I have shown you what is this encapsulation, right? We have already discussed this one. And real world objects in problem domain can be easily mapped objects in Python. And these are many other things. A program can be easily divided into based on objects. So we have seen what is an object as well, right? So I hope you guys remember, and I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying. Okay, so next, let us see what else. Data abstraction encapsulation hides implementation details from the external world, right? Let's see this. OPP enables programmers to write easily extendable and maintainable programs. OPP supports code reusability to a great extent, right? So we have seen these things. Now let us do some coding. So what you're gonna do is just open Visual Studio Code. So yesterday we have seen this one. So what we're gonna do is let us open a new file and let us save this one. Save as second program, and okay, let us write second program, and don't forget to put .py at the end. Okay, put enter, and now let us see. Yesterday what we have seen the printing of hello world, right? That is nothing but just a basic program. Print open brackets, open the first office, and in the inside the first office you can write anything. So let us write hello everyone, and if you want to run it, just control plus s will save the program, and just run this one. Go to the top right and press that play button. The program will be run. So we have seen hello everyone, right? So what if you want to have hello in the first line and everyone in the second line? So the first thought that will come to you guys is just write another print statement. Just remove this one and write everyone. So let us see what is the output now. So you got hello in the first line and everyone in the second line, right? So instead of writing two print statements, there is called escape sequence. So that we will see right now. Hello and everyone. This will print in the same line, right? We are getting both in the same line. What if you want to get everyone in the second line? So what you need to do is just go here, just put / and n in between the words which you want to have in the separate lines, and just save it, and let's run this one. There you go. Hello is on the one line and everyone is on the second line. Why? Because we have put / in the hello and everyone between, right? So if you want to have another word, and let us add third, and if you want to have this word in the third line, what you're gonna do, just go here and just write this thing and just run it. Okay, so this is what the escape sequence is.